The challenge is back, y'all. Woohoo! The challenge is back. I'm so excited. I've been a challenge fan since Real World Road Rules Challenge, and now we're on season 36. It's crazy, but the challenge is back. I've always wanted to review the challenge, but I wanted to review it with the hubs because we watch it together, but he be faking, so it's just Steph instead of Steph and KTV. But here we are. The challenge, season 36. It's opened. We get this long ass montage of TJ strutting in. I don't know why, but whatever. They all of the challengers come in. We have people from Survivor. Like, it's crazy because actually I looked it up and the challenge has been on longer than Survivor. And now we have Survivor competitors coming on the challenge. It's so bizarre. Every year they're bringing people from different reality shows. Like they've been doing Big Brother and Are You the One for a long time, so it is really cool to have some other reality competition show people coming over. We have some Olympians, so that's pretty interesting. And yeah, it's just a great little bunch. I'm so excited to have Darrell back. It's been a long ass time. He came back. I can't remember what season it was. He came back, but he didn't do as well as I would have hoped. But he has the second most challenge wins, and so I've always been like a Darrell fan. I always felt like he should have came back way earlier, and I feel like if he had been more consistent, if he hadn't gotten to that stupid fight with Brad and been coming to the challenges more consistently, I feel like he would have more challenge wins than Bananas, because he had 4 challenge wins in a row. Like, who's done that? So I feel like I'm so excited for Darrell to come back. He's my favorite challenge competitor besides CT and Cara. But yeah, I'm glad he's back. I'm so glad to see Leroy and Cam together. I'm so glad to see Black Love. I just feel like Leroy was faking so much for so long, and he finally had to admit that he was in love with Cam, and I'm glad that they finally admitted it. They're in love. They're together. I love it. Who else am I excited? Teresa's back, so that's pretty cool. We haven't seen her in a long time. She looks thinner though, so maybe she's been like really training hard. Wes, of course, is back. And yeah, I think that's all I'm excited to see. Yeah. TJ just announced it's Double Agents. Double Agents has returned. I'm excited for Double Agents. The only thing is that it's another $1 million prize, and that means, I guess, like only one competitor can win, or one from the male and one from the female. He hasn't said yet, because it was really convoluted last season when it was like one competitor, but then at the end it was 2. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I do miss the old days where it was first, second, and third place, because then it felt like it was actually a point to going to the finals. So like if you worked really hard and like almost made it, almost beat that person, but you got second place, you still got money. So I kind of miss that for them. But it is what it is. $1 million. Everybody's ready. So Casey has played full tackle football, and I feel like she's the one to win this. Right now they have to run up a mountain, grab the little thing, and then their puzzle is going to be on there. The color puzzles is going to be on there, and they're going to have to go back down and plug the right, gosh dang it, plug the right chords in by the right color on the puzzle piece. So I feel like Casey's the one to beat, but they're all pretty strong competitors. So apparently I forgot all about Lolo Jones. She flies up that hill, grabs the container. Tori comes in, swipes it from her. They tackle on the ground. Everybody swarms. I feel like if these women were smart, and the men as well, they would just let someone grab it, have that person put it on the ground so we can all just look at it and go, instead of trying to hold on to it and like run away. I mean, like, how are you going to get to your puzzle piece if you can't leave this area anyways? So you're going to have to come back and forth. You might as well just put it down instead of tackling each other, making each other exhausted, and you have to go back and forth to do your puzzle. So I don't know. I don't feel like they played this very smart. But yeah, like Lolo's in the lead so far. She's the first one to get to her box, and now she's working on putting the wires in. The girls are still scrambling over this puzzle. Nicole decides to help Lolo. I don't know why. Aneesa needs a better sports bra. Her poor chest was struggling. She fell. It's rough out here. I feel like yeah, what a challenge. I've never heard of Shipwrecked before. Where does this show air? Because I don't know who this girl is, but have you heard of Shipwrecked? Aneesa wins! Woohoo! She's cheering. You can tell she's so proud of herself. The guys start cheering for her. So it's so good to see a returning vet who's struggled in the past, do well on the first challenge. So I'm excited for her. So the guys start, it's the same hot mess. They're all tackled. Chi tries to pull whoever has the puzzle thing out, but he ends up just grabbing a shoe, takes it, flicks it back, hits Wes in the face, and they rewind it so that we can see it again. Oh, Wes getting hit in the face is like challenge gold. TJ is dying. He laughed for like a good solid 10 minutes. It's so cute seeing Cam and Leroy cheer for each other. Just love it. I mean, dang, we got pro wrestlers too. I mean, okay, challenge. So Fessy wins, and that is the end of that challenge. TJ announces that Fessy and Aneesa have both won, but Aneesa won overall by a minute, so that's pretty cool. Everyone's cheering for her. He calls her down and says that she can choose any guy since she is the top winner, and now that the double agents are in pairs, she has to choose a guy, so it'll be guy-girl pairs. Now, everybody who was just cheering for Aneesa is super scared and sad because they don't want to be her partner. I'm like, this is terrible. You all were just cheering for her, and now all the guys are like, yeah, don't look at me, don't pick me. And it's so sad. I feel bad for her, but I mean, at least she won. So Aneesa picks Fessy. He's not happy, but it is what it is. You ain't got no choice. She picked you. He's in his confessionals talking about he feels like Aneesa just won $100 million jackpot, saying because she's never won. Neither have you. I know this is only your second season, but you didn't win last season, so I wouldn't be hyping myself up like I'm the best when I didn't even win. So relax, Fessy. Anyways, now like it's a free for all. TJ announces that everyone needs to like stand next to your partner, so they're just going crazy. It's wild. It's Wild Wild West. Everybody's scrambling to pick like their best partner. Cam goes up to CT. I would too. I would want to be his partner, but he starts faking and being like, "Why should I choose you? Why should I choose you?" She starts listing off things, and he runs off in the other direction. So Cam's pissed. I feel like she's gonna hold a grudge. But her and Leroy decide to separate so they can have their teams come together instead of being on the same team and being like have a higher target on their back. Corey and Tori immediately link up. Then it's Teresa and Jay, Nicole and Devin. Darrell tries to get Natalie, but Wes swoops in and yanks her up. Darrell gets Amber. I don't know her. We've never seen her on the challenge before, so hopefully she's good. Gabby and Leo. And then Josh comes over to Casey and he's like, it's us. But then he was like, we need to split up as well. So then they come over to Cam and Leroy. I feel like Leroy and Casey are a good match, but Cam and Josh, I felt so bad for her because no, I would not want to be paired with Josh. And Ashley and CT. We don't get to see the other pair-ups. It's like it's done. But Cam is very pissed, a little salty that CT picked Ashley, but she is a 2-time champ. So we'll see if he'll live to regret it. I feel like he will because Cam holds grudges. Okay, just kidding. We're not done. Big T and Joseph. She can't get his name right. I think she called him Josh. I think I forgot about Nani and Kyle. We have Lolo and Nam. Lolo is pissed because none of the guys wanted her. I mean, it sucks for her because she is an Olympian. She proved herself almost in the beginning of the challenge with her speed. But have you seen her social media? Years ago, I've heard about like some of the nasty tweets that Lolo used to post, so I'm not a fan of hers at all. I don't care if she is an Olympian. But that aside, our last pairs are Amber M and Nelson, and then we have Michi and Liv, and that's it. So TJ announces that Aneesa and Fessy, since they won, they are the double agents. The rest of the teams have to send in one team into elimination. They can select any team except for the double agents, and then they will have a secret vote to throw somebody, to throw a team in. So this is going like way back. I remember when they used to have the secret votes, but we'll see how this is now. I thought it worked really well before because you could really be smiley in someone's face and vote them in and them not ever know. So this is, it's been a while since we've seen this. So after they cast their votes, then the double agents will decide another team to go against the team that's been voted into elimination. So I feel like this is going to be good. So once the teams go into elimination, the loser will go home and the other team will get a skull. So we're back to the skulls. I thought maybe we might switch it up, but we're back to the skulls, and you need that skull to get into the final. So let's see if it's better this year, because I feel like a lot of people were slacking off last year with trying to get their skulls. Yes, I love this. So there's only 10 skulls. So now people really have to fight. I think the like MTV saw the complaints that we had with people just taking their time going in, and it was like up until the very end, like you could have stayed and not had to go in to get that skull. But now there are only 10 skulls, so people really have to fight, and you really have to go in to the elimination to get that skull, especially since there's only 10. And I think this is really going to make people compete and like step up and not hide anymore. So this is good. Can I just say that I am so happy that they've gone back to the traditional challenge house, like a nice big house that's fun and vibrant, and it's huge, it's massive, we got all these amenities, as opposed to that horrible, depressing tanker thing that they were in last time. That was so stupid and miserable, and I'm so glad they've gone back to the way the challenge houses used to be. It's just so much better, like a breath of fresh air. But Wes is in his partner's ear telling her that he has an alliance with every guy in the house. We know how well that always works out for Wes. It doesn't, so I don't know why he has not switched up his strategy yet. Like, Wes, do something different. So Natalie asks Wes like who they should vote in first. Wes says Leo and Gabby because they're rookies, and that's how it usually is. But Leo and Gabby are talking off to the side, and they're like, well, we need to win a challenge so we can send in the vets, because they know that they're being targeted because they are rookies. And I feel like they need to be on ready because it's a high possibility that you are going in. Lolo seems to be crushing on her partner Nam from the Ultimate Beastmaster. Like, what are these shows? CT and Ashley know that they have a huge target on their backs. They're 2 challenge champs. CT seems confident. He doesn't see it as a big deal. They all go to this little bubble pandemic nightclub next to the house, I guess. Gotta be safe. They're having a good time. Everybody's networking. Big T's trying to politic, and her partner is sleeping on the couch. Poor Big T. He better be good at the challenges, because no, you will not be sleeping on my watch. We got like work to do. Get up. Darrell's suspicious, and I don't blame him, because Casey's talking about like, we have such a great alliance, Big Brother sticks together. I don't know, because last season you had an alliance with Bailey, and you sold her out for Nany. So I don't know how strong and tight that Big Brother alliance is. So I'm like Darrell. I'm not trusting any of these people. Sam is sharing her story. She gets really emotional just sharing her story about her family's struggle with being immigrants in this country and just being a Black woman, and having to be twice as good or 10 times better just to be recognized in this country, which is definitely understandable. I love that she was able to share that moment with Aneesa. It kind of makes me understand a little bit more as to why she was so hurt by CT not choosing her. She's like, I worked just as hard as all of these girls No, I don't have a challenge win, but most of these girls don't. And but I feel like I'm just as strong as competitor. She has they don't call her Killer Cam for no reason. I mean, her elimination wins are up there, better than most of these girls. But he like overlooked her and went. I think he tried to get Tori at one point, and he was trying to look for somebody else, and then eventually pick Ashley. So I mean, I get it. I'd be a little salty too. I feel like I can understand it a little bit better. Told you Cam was still pissed. She's still salty about the CT thing. So like her mission is to get CT and Ashley out. I get that's like holding a grudge, but it's also very smart. I mean, come on. This is the challenge. I love CT, but he is a strong competitor. And if you've had 2 challenge champs on the same team, your best bet is to get them out. So she's talking to Aneesa, Leroy, and Casey and strategizing and trying to get Aneesa to see like, hey, you've been here like probably almost the longest. Yeah. I feel like she's been there the longest, or maybe CT has. Almost as long as CT. And you haven't had your win yet, and you see the guys, they always don't want to pick you. She's like, I had to deal with that yesterday, trying to pick a partner, so let's like really strategize, get our own alliance going, and take some of these big competitors out. So they're talking about getting a champ versus a champ, so at least like one of them can go. They show like CT's face, Wes's face, and then Darrell's face. I was like, not Darrell. He just got here. Please don't send him home. So Wes is scared, and he's going to like people. He talks to Corey about like, hey, I heard this rumor that CT and Ashley are going in. And Corey is like, yeah, I'm all for it. We need to keep the rookies as long as possible. And Wes is like, no, we need to keep this calm. We need to be strategic. And Corey's like, I like chaos. I like excitement. Me too. Like, this is what we want to see. If you watch some of my other videos, I recap The Real Housewives and some of their first episodes. People complain about them being lackluster. You'll never have to worry about that with the challenge. The challenge always comes to play. And this is what we want to see. I know it's like your favorite, but like your faves might be going in, but like this is what we want to see. We want to see champs going in against each other. We want to see that on the first episode because that's what makes it exciting, and that's what makes us watch. So I'm all for it. Now CT's panicked, and he starts going up to everyone asking if anybody said his name. Everybody's like, nope, nobody said your name. And now they're all coming in as a group. CT's trying to plead his case. People are like, well, you want to throw us in, so why shouldn't we throw you in? And Cam's like, I feel like you guys should go in. They start an argument. It's chaos. I feel like CT showed his hand. I mean, he had to do what he had to do, but it's like, come on, you know that you're a threat and you know they want to put you in. So this just doesn't work out well for him in this meeting. He targets Leo and Gabby, and Leo's like, well, whatever, I'm gonna come after you too. I don't care how big you are, I flip people like you for a living. And CT has no comeback. Usually CT is good with the comebacks. Not this time. He was quiet. Everyone goes in to do their individual votes. We see that most people are voting for CT and Ashley. There are a few people voting for the rookies. Gabby and Lee. Well, Gabby starts freaking out. I mean, most rookies do on their first day there because it's a lot. It's overwhelming, I'm sure. But get over it. You're in the challenge now. So Aneesa and Fessy go into the voting room, and they get to see who got voted in, which was CT and Ashley. No surprise. But they also get to see everybody who voted for them. So this is some good information. You get to see who says something to someone else's face and then what they do behind their back. So this is definitely good. And they both decide not to tell anybody because, like, why would you? You want to have the upper hand. Got some old school music playing. They've been doing like really good with the challenges with bringing in like 90s, early 2000s music. I enjoy it. Like, takes me back. Like, it's nice to have some nostalgia and bringing us back to like the music we enjoyed, especially some of us older fans. So we now get to see where the eliminations are taking place. They are taking place in the crater. And it's announced that Ashley and CT are the compromise agents, so they have to come on down. So TJ gives Fessy and Aneesa the chance to come on down and go up against CT and Ashley. Fessy chickens out. He's like, nah. And TJ reminds them, hey, you know that there's only 10 skulls, so this may be your only chance. But Fessy and Aneesa are sticking to their guns, and they do not want to come down. Aneesa and Fessy choose Wes and Natalie. Wes is super shocked. CT's pissed, but like, hey, two champs are going against each other. I feel like Aneesa and Fessy made a wise decision, but we'll see. So TJ announces that this is a girls' elimination. I don't know what the heck that means. I thought they were playing as teams, and he says we'll get to the guys later. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but they're doing their challenge, an elimination challenge is Operation Fire Escape. So they have to be on these beams, tied with their hands and feet, and then go across. If you remember this one, Leroy, oh my gosh, was he with Nia? I think it was Leroy and Nia against Johnny and Nany, right? I think it was Bananas and Nany. And it was like Nia going against Nany. Nany got stuck. Nia finally made it through. And then when Leroy went, oh my gosh, it was like he went there and back in like 5 seconds. It was so fast. Maybe 10 seconds, but it was super fast. It was insane. I had never seen someone complete an elimination challenge that fast. So we'll see how these girls do with the same elimination challenge. So they're going, both women are struggling to get across. They come to this hump. Ashley gets her feet over first, and then Natalie starts to panic, but then Natalie gets her feet over first. She's able to swing over, and then she gets over the hump completely, makes it down. Ashley is still struggling. So Ashley finally gets over. She gets close to the end, but she still has to come back. Natalie's almost to the end. Ashley is coming back. It looks like she's going to gain up, but then Natalie wins. This is an upset. CT and Ashley lose. Natalie and Wes win. Everybody's shocked. I don't know why, because they kept saying how good of a competitor Natalie was supposed to be on Survivor. So I guess I wouldn't be surprised that she won. But, you know, it's CT and Ashley. People thought they were going to win. Natalie wins. And now everyone is like, okay, so everybody thought the rookies were going to get picked off, but now a challenge champ is going home. So we got to see what's coming up next for the guys. But everyone is excited except for Aneesa and Fessy, because they voted in Wes and Natalie. So, oops. Natalie has her skull, and now the twist is dropped. And I would be lying if I said I didn't see it, because I called it. I saw this coming. So now TJ has dropped that Natalie, I mean, because I feel like to me it was kind of obvious, because if it's a women's challenge, a woman goes home and there's 2 guys left, why wouldn't Natalie have the option to choose CT now? But I did not see the rest of this coming. So TJ says she has the option to keep Wes or choose CT. I saw that coming. But he says you also can choose any of the other guys except for the double agent. She can choose any other guy to be her partner and swap out. I did not see that coming. This is good. Everybody's like shaking. Wes looks devastated because he's like, crap, I don't know if she's gonna pick me, if she's gonna stick with me. CT's like, come on, pick me, let's go. And you just don't know who she's gonna choose. And I love this type of cliffhangers. I don't love like their other cliffhangers when it's like in the middle of the elimination challenge. No, we came right to the end. This was nice and good, and now we drop the cliffhanger. This is how you do it, MTV. This is what we've been waiting for. Going back to like the original format where it's like the fun house, the shady business, a great challenge elimination, and now a twist. And I love it. So I'm excited for this season. This was such a good first episode. I'm looking forward to seeing who Natalie is going to choose, and I'm also looking so forward to seeing how this is going to affect the rest of the challengers and who is going to swap out. Cam, swap out Josh if you go in elimination and win, because you do not want him as your partner. But this is looking to be a really good challenge. I'm super excited for it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I drop a new video. And please let me know how you felt about this episode in the comments below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.